Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about circles. All right, so I've seen textbooks call this the standard form, and I've seen textbooks call this the standard form. It doesn't matter, they're the same equation, guys. So if you take the first one here, let me go ahead and write x minus h, close it squared, plus y minus k, close it squared, equals r squared. All right, first, how do we use it? The h comma k, is the center of a circle, center of circle. And the r, take a guess, what do you think r stands for?
Radius.
Is the radius of a circle. So you also have this one down here. We can call that equation 2 if you want. You can get equation 1. You can get equation 2 from equation 1. So notice that equation 2 has a 1 on the right-hand side. So how would I get a 1 on the right-hand side? Well, divide everything by r squared. Divide by r squared, divide by r squared, divide by r squared. OMG, look, that's a square there, there's a square there, there's a square here, there's a square here. Using law of exponents, I can just do one giant parenthesis, x minus h over r, close it squared, plus y minus k over r, close it squared, equals 1. Sometimes, some textbooks, you will see a subscript x on the bottom here and a subscript y on the bottom there. If they are different, if these two are different, then you do not have a circle. You have, what are these things called? Ovals. You have like an egg, an ellipse. Have you guys heard of ellipses? Okay. If they're different. So if Rx does not equal Ry, you have ellipses. If Rx equals Ry, then you have a circle. That's something that I have not talked about with the other class, so maybe I should have. My bad. Hopefully they're seeing this, now they're getting it. That's something to know. Sometimes they call those radii for plural, for having more than one. A major axis and a minor axis is what it's called. But I don't want to, let's not go into that until we get there. They're from conics. Are we okay? Okay. So the equation of a circle center at the origin. Well, the origin is 0, 0. And then what type of radius do you want to do? It doesn't matter. You can go x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals some radius value squared. And since you have minus 0, you can just say x squared, see? Here's that equation, that famous one. Have we seen that one before? It says, have we seen this before? Yeah, we have. Look at this. Where have we seen that one? What am I drawing? What is this? The unit circle. Unit circle has equation x squared plus y squared equals 1, where the radius of the unit circle is 1. I know, we'll get to the exciting stuff in a little bit. This is not like all that exciting. How are we feeling so far? Not bad, right? Nothing crazy? Okay. So let's go. And you can always do a derivation, guys. There's so many things you can do with the unit circle. I don't know if you remember. I guess just to, I don't know about, yeah, I already brought it up. Might as well. Horizontal displacement, that's your x. Vertical displacement, that's your y. That's a 1. So x squared plus y squared equals 1. You can see that from Pythagorean theorem. You could also see, remember this equation, cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1. Well, if you say from this one, from here, SOHCAHTOA, there's just something to observe. You can see that cosine of that angle, this angle, is adjacent over hypotenuse, so x over 1. Sine of that angle is opposite over hypotenuse, so y over 1. Notice I can replace the cosine with x and the sine with y. OMG, you get the same equation as before. Same. See? So they're all connected, guys. So just make sure you're aware of that. Okay. Relax. It's in standard form. Is your Rx the same as your Ry? So that means my radius is 5, right? And where's the center? 2, 4. It's a sketch. It does not have to be perfect. Here's my sketch. I'm going to say here's 2. I'm going to say here's 4. I'm going to put the point right there. This is 2, 4. I'm going to go 5 to the left. 5 to the left. Point. Maybe like right here. That point is negative 3, 4. Child, how did you do that? I just subtracted 5 from the 2. 5 to the right. Point. What's 5 plus 2?
7.
So 7, 4. See? 5 up. 2, 9. 5 down. 2, negative 1. See? All I did was subtract 5 from 4 and add 5 from 4 and subtract 5 from 4 from the y value. And then just there it is. There's my circle. My circle is not drawn super awesome, but there it is. Not that bad. Cool or not cool? All right. All right, guys. Here comes the fun part. Determine the center and the radius of the following circle equation. All right. To find the center, whenever you have these equations, what you want to do is you want to make it look like this. Why do you want to make it look like that? Because the center is just going to be h comma k, and the radius is just going to be whatever r is. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, so check it out. Group the x's and group the y's, and then give a little space. So do this. X squared plus 2x plus blank plus y squared minus 10y plus blank equals negative 22. Chav, why did you put those blanks? Because I'm going to complete the square. Check it out. Look how cool this is. You guys ready? I'm going to change my colors. How do I complete the square, Chav? How do I complete the square? Okay, first of all, what is this whole complete the square? I want to take a trinomial and I want to make a binomial with a square on it. So when I expand the binomial, I get the same trinomial. So how do I do that? Take this number in front of the x, take the middle term, if you want to call that the middle term. Divide 2 by 2. Divide it, whatever the middle term is, divided by 2. So what's 2 divided by 2? And now I'm going to square it. What's that number squared?
1.
So I put a 1 here. Now whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other to balance. So plus 1. See? All right, let's see. Let's see if we can do it. You see that negative 10? We're going to call that like our middle term, if you want to call that a middle term. I'm going to divide that by 2. What's negative 10 divided by 2? And when I square it, 25. So whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Now, why does that work? Because look, now this will turn into this. X plus 1 squared plus, that's a y, y minus 5 squared equals 4. Chav, I don't understand. What just happened? Whatever this number was, when you divide it by 2, see, that's that negative 5. Whatever this number was divided by 2, there's that 1. Why does it work? Don't write this down. Just listen. Why does it work? Well, that 2 is up there. That power, that exponent means this. Just listen, guys. You don't have to write this part down. It's not. I just want you guys to see that it works. X times x, x squared. X times 1, 1x. 1 times x, another 1x. 1 times 1 plus 1. OMG, look. X squared plus 2x plus 1. That's what I had right here. And that turned into a perfect binomial with a square on it. Look at the other one. Y minus 5. You don't have to write this down. Just listen so you can observe and make sure the logic makes sense. Look, y times y squared. Y times negative 5 minus 5y. Negative 5 times y, another negative 5y. Negative 5 times negative 5 plus 25. OMG, y squared minus 10y plus 25. That's exactly what I had here. See, that's what you want to do. Chav, why do I want that? Because that's the equation of a circle. That's how it looks like. So if you can get it to look like that, you can tell where the center is easily. Is that making sense, guys? So where's my center? Negative 1, 5. What's the radius? No, be careful. This is r squared. So 2. So I'll go here. I'll put the math here on the side. R squared equals 4. Square root. R equals 2. Do you guys see how we did it? What do you guys think? Was that cool? All right. I'm going to give you guys a shot. I listened to you guys. I listened to what you guys said. You guys said you guys want more. You guys want to attempt some stuff on your own. So look, check it out. I did that. I put example 3 here, and I'm like, same one, same type of deal. Let's give you guys a 1 minute head start. See if you guys can figure this one out. Go for it.
But you want us to work together?
You can work together, whatever floats your boat.
So we move 49 over.
No, first we put it in that.
You know what?
All this stuff that we're doing today, guys, did you guys already know about this? Or no? Kind of? It's not that bad, right?
Wait, so can you go back to the previous question? How did you get the 4?
Oh, I added negative 22 plus 1 plus 25.
Okay, negative 20. Right.
Remember that you have to have plus 1 plus 25 for balance? Keep doing your thing if you're close. I'm going to go ahead and start. And I guess you can look up if you feel like you want to check. X squared plus 20x plus blank plus y squared plus 14y plus blank. And then I'm going to move the 49 to the right. Equals a negative 49. I take the 20. I divide by 2. And then whatever that is, I'm going to square it. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. And what's 10 squared? 100. So I put plus 100. I'm putting this in blue because, I'm adding that. If I put plus 100 on the left, I got to do one on the right. Plus 100. Or maybe Ms. Gonzalez told you minus 100 if you're on the left-hand side. It just depends who your teacher is. I take that 14. I divide it by 2. That's 7. And what is 7 squared? So I put plus 49. If I put plus 49 on the left, I put plus 49 on the right. Unless whoever taught you algebra told you to put minus 49 on the left, and do that if you want. It's all the same. Okay, so what did I put? I did this for balance. So let me write good notes. All right, here we go. This trinomial, these 3, reduces to what? Plus 10. Put a square on the outside. Whatever this symbol is there, that's what that symbol is going to be. Whatever your 20 divided by 2, or if it would have been a negative, then I would have put a minus. What about this one? What about these 3? Now put a square on the outside. Equals, these 49s cancel out, and what do I get? Remember that 100 is your r squared. All right, what's the center? Negative 7. What is your radius? 10. There it is. See? You guys did it. That wasn't so bad, was it? No. Did you guys know this before today or no? But now we do. And they're not bad. Okay. See? What's up? Well, we're just saying if they give you units, like if they were to tell you that the radius is 10 centimeters, then you would put the centimeters. But right now, we're just unitless. All right, last one. There are some that are pretty easy, that the radius is around the horizontal or the vertical, or the diameter, I guess. You could also call that. But this one is not. It says determine the equation of the circle graph to the right. So relax, guys. You can, if you want, do the distance formula. But Pythagorean theorem is just, okay. Pythagorean theorem and distance formula are the same, guys. You just don't know it. You think this is the distance formula. Square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. That's what you learned, I don't know, maybe back in 8th grade or something. Guys, this is your Pythagorean theorem. This is just a change in x. If you want to call that a, if this is just a change in y, if you want to call that b, and that d, if you want to call it c, quote unquote, then look, this is, if I square both sides, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. That's just Pythagorean theorem. You know, if you want to call the change in X A and the change in Y B. So check it out. All you got to do is this. There's my right triangle on this one. You don't have to do the right triangle for all of them, especially if it would have been a perfect right there. Chop, I don't understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. I need the R because they want, what do they want? It says determine the equation of the circle graph to the right. So I need the R there in order to fulfill, I wanted to say fulfill my destiny, but in order to fulfill the profit. I'll stop. In order to fulfill this, guys, x minus h close it squared plus y minus k close it squared equals r squared. So I need this guy. And what's good about it, you don't even have to, like, you just do Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and you don't have to take the square root because all we're looking for is literally r squared. Does that make sense? So check it out. Look how easy this is. Okay, and another hack. I'm not trying to make you guys be lazy. I'm just trying to give you guys hacks so you can do it mentally. You don't care about positive or negative because you're going to square it anyways. And when you square something, even if it's negative, a negative number squared is still positive. Does that make sense? Okay, so in your head, all you got to do is this. What's the difference between 8 and 3? And what's 5 squared? Okay, put that 25 in your head. What's the difference between 4 and 2? And what's 2 squared? Okay, so now you got that 25 with that 4. What's 25 plus 4? So that's what r squared is. R squared equals 29. So now we're ready. And don't worry, I'll go ahead and put the better work right now. Here it is, x minus 3, close it squared. I'm just doing the center, guys. The center is this number, 3, 2, plus, parentheses, y minus 2, close it squared, equals, and it equals r squared, so it equals 29. If someone asks you what's the radius is the square root of 29, whatever that is. But there it is. The distance between here and here is 5. The distance between here and here is 2. 5 squared is 25. 2 squared is 4. 25 plus 4 is 29. R is the square root of 29. But they don't ask for R. All we need is R squared. See? That's R squared. So there's my R squared. There's my equation. Is that making sense, guys? So now all we got to do is just get experience. So I put an assignment on Delta. So let's get some experience. And can we get... Okay, well, I'm not... When you guys take your SAT, I would really like to see... Whenever the results come in, please, I would like to see like how you did. I would like to see specifically the geometry and see how you did with the circle problems. Because this is what the circle problems are, you know? So hopefully you get them right. Let me know whenever you get your results back. And that's it. Let's take care of business, guys. Oh, you know what? I have to push a button. I haven't pushed a button for you guys.